Code of Ethics for Media Guideline. Kasi nagbabago rin naman no? Mas social media na yung karamihan ng mga pinoproduce nung iba. So, in-update nila. So, this, at the level of the policy, this could be developed in your respective agencies, your own policies, their own guidelines in order to make sure that you are on the same page when you are responding or promoting gender fair communications. Alright. So, question ko sa inyo is, meron na bang existing na guidelines in any of the agencies on gender-responsive communications? Not yet. Okay. So, yun, no? Mayroong tayo to do that. Dito pala. Alright. So, another initiative, not only by the QCLTU, but also other government agencies like the National Commission on Children's Television, NCCT, they do give awards for the most gender-sensitive films or documentaries for NCCT, recognizing or actually giving incentive for those communication products that are gender-sensitive, gender-responsive. So also that's one way of promoting gender sensitivity, not only among the program implementers, but also to the other stakeholders. So kung kayo, ano ba yung mga nakaka-work nyo dito? But if
Sa lahat ng mga nandyan, please like naman and share sa ating YouTube channel. Thank you po. God bless. Ingat po kayo palagi.
Good practice when it comes to gender-responsive communications. And also, so what we're doing now is actually a good practice. No? So kasi it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of educating ourselves, adding to our knowledge of what gender-responsive communication looks like. So it's a continuous learning process. And other agencies like the University of the Philippines Center for Women's and Gender Studies to conduct trainings on gender sensitivity. So that's one way of also promoting GRC. Meron naman sa inyo nakarating or naka-attend ng ibang training dito on gender responsive communications? So this is the first time ba? Yes, okay. We're happy. Kami pa lang yung first time. We're so happy. Sana hindi matapos, di ba? Hindi namin kayo mag-ghost at tuloy-tuloy yung ating learning process. Okay, so given that three practices, meron pa ba kayong naiisip on how to promote yung gender-responsive communications in your respective agencies? Siguro 3 ideas on how to really transform the workplace or your workflow to be able to be an enabling environment for gender-responsive communication. So yun yung operative word eh. How to make the workplace an enabling environment for gender-responsive communications. Yeah. May Christmas package. So. Siguro table 8. Ano lang batuhan lang ng ideas. No pressure na sobrang out of this world or sobrang innovative or kung ano yung ating maging ideas. Table 9, table 13, table 2. Sige, mga anak. Tatakot na sila. 8, okay. Si Sir from table...
Thank you.
Every time
Iwanan na ginamit kagabi.
Can po for public waste practice. Actually, maganda sana mapakita din yung mga practices na other government agencies na last peace planning commission events recognized
parang dynamite.
government agencies and USCs na exceptional accomplishments sa gender development. So the DPWH also one of the agencies na recognized by the recipient ng Silver Bronze Award. So right now kasi we have groups, GAD Focal Point System, so DPWH, and meron kaming ka-create lang na group na MSG. MSG stands for, ang tawag nila bench, pero ano to, men supporting gender equality. So it's a group of men. Right now, meron kaming ni-review ngayon na ilalabas na, what do you call it, nasa na nila, yung gender fair language for infrastructure. Like before, makikita niyo sa mga kalsada, men at work. So we are transforming it right now to gender-sensitive na word. So baka siguro mang matap na namin kasi gusto namin i-review din yung ilalabas namin na gender-sensitive or fair language for the entire infrastructure sector. Then we have a GAD tool
Hindi naman tanong eh.
so I think WH we also assess all the projects na in lahat ng parang we want to include din yung social media. One of the requirements ng Philippine Commission on Women, yung mga bulletin board sa kada agencies. So kami, DPWH, meron kami mga nationwide na offices din, regional offices. So merong monthly monitoring din siya. Then, tapos, more on booklet ma'am. So nakita mo yung pwede ba namin kayong ma-email din, no? Para matap namin kayo as TAs in the future for improving yung mga ilalabas namin ng mga booklet. Yan lang ma'am.
Thank you. Sige, sir. Palakpakan natin ng DBWH. Ang dami na palang niya nagagawa, di ba? Tsaka sir, just to affirm yung strategy niyo, no? Kasi DPWH is, correct me if I'm wrong, para male-dominated agency. So parang very aligned yung strategy nila because it's a male-dominated industry na they're asking the support of yung ating mga kalalakihan, the men in DPWH to actually promote gender equality and women's empowerment. And then, yung humor din, yung bechi, yung MSG, kasi in critical studies of men and masculinities, parang parang entry point for men talaga, yung humor. Gusto nila yan. So, I mean, very small, but it's a really parang strategic approach. Ang tanong ko naman, di ba narinig niyo yung sharing ni Sir? What do you think could be further, what could make it better? Baka may suggestions kay Sir. Knowing, hearing what he said, parang ano pa yung mga na-imagine nyo na pwede pa natin dagdagan, pwede pang ma-push yung pagiging gender responsive niya. Para when we go back to sa house niya, may isipin pa siya. Bigyan ko rin siya ng trabaho kasi bibigyan niya ako. Sige. Siguro, table, nanawag, 13. Meron ba kayong, or kahit comment. Comment na isip nyo, applicable ba in your agency? Or what could be pushed more dun sa kanilang initiatives?
Hire a certain number of
Sa 12, 13, 16. Sige. Anyone from you? Ayan, si ma'am na naka-blue.
Hi, good afternoon. Yung mga ka-table ko, sinubo. I'm actually from the Philippine Commission on Women po. I'm Hani Castro, Chief ng Corporate Affairs and Information Resource Management Division of DCW. So among other things, part namin yung advocacy, communications, and media relations. Yung pinakita ni Ma'am po na book kanina, yung Gender Fair Media Guidebook, was actually a product of co-creation. Actually po kasama namin doon si PCO because they chair the Media Gender Equality Committee na binuo po siya by virtue of RA 9710, yung ating Magna Carta of Women. So, yung dalawang librong yun ay actually led by PCO and part po nun si PCW. And meron po kami mga kasama rin na other agencies doon sa pagbuo nun. Hindi ko alam kung nandito yung mga MTRCB, MTCP, yan, part sila. Ayun, doon sila. Ayan. So, yung binabanggit naman po kanina, Sir, no, tama po, naging awardee po si DPWH and other agencies ng Gantimpala. So yan po yung, in general, awards and incentives program din, DPCW. Under the Magna Carta of Women din po yun. So ito po yung mga nire-recognize natin ng agencies na in general po siya, no, hindi lang po limited sa communications, but in implementing gender-responsive programs. And Yun, tama naman po, kasama rin po sa tinitingnan kapag po nagbabay tayo for Gantimpala is kumusta po yung implementation ng mga programs and policies ng agency tungkol sa gender and development. And yung usapin po, yung tanong po kanina ni Mamo, no, ano yung pwede natin gawin dun sa mga agency? Siguro po, una, I think tama po ba, most of us here, talagang info officers, yung mga communications team. Pero sino po sa atin yung nakaka-interface or bahagi ng GAD focal point system ng mga agency nila? Meron po ba? Ayun. So, meron pong mga iilan, pero mas marami yung hindi. So, siguro po, first step as communication officers ng ating agency. Actually po, yung mga member ng GFPS, sobrang bugbog po sa trabaho niya. Hindi naman, para mali yung choice of word ko, kasi malapit na rin yung 18-day Campito and Vow. So, ayaw naman natin ang violence. Pero marami po silang ginagawang innovation, sini-introduce na innovation sa mga agencies nila. Then siguro po, as communications practitioner ng agency, parang why not write about it? Parang ano ba yung ginagawang initiatives ng mga agency natin pagdating sa gender and development? Kasi if we link it din po dun sa functions natin as communications team ng ating agency, di ba? Parang dami nagtatanong, ano ba yung gad-gad na yan? Ano bang pakinabang ko dyan bilang taong bayan, ganyan. Parang, di ba tayo naman po yung sumusulat ng ating mga press release, tayo po yung nagbibigay din sa mga boss natin na, ay, eto sir, ma'am, ito po yung pwede natin sabihin. Parang yung simpleng, halimbawa, nagkaroon ng isang programa, nag-launch, ganyan. Yung simpleng pag-pinpoint na parang inaasahan na ang resulta nito, may benefit. Normally, sasabihin po natin, 1,000 citizens. Pero why not break it down? Kung sa targeting po natin, klaro. For example, ano mag-benefit yung babae, yung lalaki? Or kung meron ka na rin, no? Aside from yung sex, male, female, yung age, for example. Yung age and gender sensitivity rin, no? Parang ilang batang babae ba yung makikinabang for example. So yun po yung, parang ang practical niya, na siguro pagbalik po natin sa office, doable na agad siya, kahit hindi mag-issue ng policy. Yun. Tapos, another practical din po actually is yung mag-start tayo dun sa language. Yung use ng gender fair language. Yung sabi nga, di ba, minsan kasi may effect siya. Pag sinabi mo chairman, limited pa sa lalaki yung posisyon na yun. Pero hindi naman. Kasi meron tayong mga chairperson. Minsan nga po, sinasabi ng iba, ay chairman siya kasi lalaki siya, yung chairperson pang babae. Tama po ba yan? Diba hindi? Kasi when we say chairperson, it applies to both sexes. So yun po, meron pong mga agencies na nag-issue. Actually po, pagpasok ko pa lang ng government, alam ko, meron na previously, tayo pa po ni CSC Chairperson Karina David, meron na po about gender-sensitive communication para po sa gobyerno. Kaya lang po, medyo siguro kulang sa push, pero bilang tayo po dito yung nagmamanage then most likely ng communications within the agency, baka pwede po natin buhayin yung paggamit ng gender fair language within our agency. So, simpleng ano. So, if magbabay po kayo sa Gantimpala, nag-issue kayo ng policy, may point na naman. Tapos magpa-training kayo ng gender fair communication, sa may point sa people, ganun po. Very practical. Pero, collectively, I think, nagkakaroon ng impact na ma-push natin dun sa consciousness. Hindi lang po nung nung citizens, kundi even within our agencies, yung gender fairness. Tsaka yung consciousness na, oo nga, lahat ng ginagawa namin, hindi lang naman siya generic, yung impact sa tao. May different impact yan sa lalaki sa babae. Yun yung lens na maaaring makatulong pa tayo as communication practitioners na maipakalat. Tulungan po natin yung mga gun focal point systems natin. So, siguro dun sa mga GFPS, baka hindi siya required. maging member. Yung communications. Pero it might be a good idea na
May communication
Oo.
person. Oh my God, sa
Kasi
DFPS.
sayang po yung efforts eh. Kung hindi
Yeah.
natin nare-report. Tapos kung hindi tayo aware na meron pala silang ginagawang gano'n, hindi rin talaga natin siya consciously hahanapin doon sa agencies po. Sorry po, madami ko
Okay lang po. Pero thank you ma'am sa ginagawa na work ng Philippine Commission on Women. No? It's a hard work but tuloy pa rin yung ating trabaho. Siguro i-emphasize ko lang no, what I heard or from kay ma'am ay yung ating clients. Our clients are not limited to our external clients, but also yung internal clients, yung mga tao within our agencies. In order for us to build yung support for our advocacy for gender responsive communication, it's important to document and siguro assess the impact of our current practices. No? Kasi ito yung parang magiging paalala natin, tama ba yung word? Parang magiging proof natin that we're actually doing good work with what we're doing. Tapos siguro dun kay Sir from DPWH, kung ako magdadagdag dun, I would also explore yung, hindi ko lang alam yung mga gender-based safety issues na nangyayari sa kalsada. Kasi di ba isa yun talaga sa mga one of the parang present gender issues din kaya nga nagka-safe spaces ako, di ba? Yung safety issue pagdating sa ating street. And beyond communication, maybe Sir Gender Audit kung bakit baka may barrier sa pagpasok sa DPWH, no? Kaya nananatiling male-dominated. So magandang i-audit kung ano ba itong mga barrier na yun. And possible na pwede na yung DPWH to address it. Okay, so yun na yung sa mga system. Sorry, medyo press for time tayo. 2:15 hanggang 2:15 lang kasi yung session because magkakaroon tayo ng activity. So, aside from examples on gender-responsive communications, in terms of removing the barriers, pag-uusapan din natin o pakikita ko kayo ng mga good examples na nag-apply na dun sa mga principles na sinabi ni Diego and then Tricia. Ayan. So tell me, why is this a gender-responsive communication material? And what could you do to improve it? Kung meron man, to make it better, from good to better. This is from POPCOM. Population
Bawas,
Commission.
pangamba, todo, ginhawa.
Sige,
Bawas, pangamba,
Table
todo,
6,
ginhawa.
6, 2, or 7. So anyone from those tables, 6, 2, or 7.
Paano mo daw mapa-better?
Bawas pangamba. Tapos ano na sa pa-drawing?
Yung
Picture.
condom, dapat sabi yung condom, yung trans.
Condom ba yan?
Any reflection? Kahit reflection lang.
Condom na.
Si ma'am sa number 6 parang may gusto siyang sabihin.
Siyempre, pag
Yes.
Go ma'am. Reflection.
siyempre,
Hindi ka crown.
pag nakatras ka, wala kang pangamba. Ginhawa ka ngayon.
Sabi sa, ano tawag ito? Tarpaulin. Bawas, pangamba, todo ginhawa. Buo pa rin ng dalawang santol, pero di nabubuo ng panibagong sanggol. Makinabang sa libreng vasectomy. Tapos ang picture I see daddy nasa foreground, tapos nandun yung mga bata. And then si mommy ay nandun sa likod. Ayan, si ma'am from table.
Hello po. I'm no man, pero vasectomy, I think is something that is sensitive among women. It's a big choice, like sa ating medication, right? So this might be quite insulting or part of the decision. Yeah, I get the humor you told men in receiving message, would love to employ you more, pero is this really, not really quite sure if this is appropriate since maybe quite somewhat insulting on the part of men who may be, diba, it's something that is sensitive insofar as decision making, vasectomy. Tama po ba?
Sige po, ano, oo, no right or wrong, nagpa-process po tayo dito. Di ba we learn from collaborating with each other? Si Sir naman from table 3 has some input.
Ma'am, rejoinder lang din yung sa sinabi niya. I think parang ano to parang pinapropagate pa rin natin yung paggamit ng mga parang illustration ng isang bulaklak, ng isang puno sa isa, mga masisela na bahagi ng ating pangangatawa, katulad ng bulaklak sa babae and all those things. Parang ito, parang ganun din. So in other words, parang pina-perpetuate mo yung ganung konsepto at kamalayan. So yun lang po ang aking comment.
Euphemism, di ba?
Yes,
The use of euphemism to refer to the sexual organs.
Yeah, parang
Okay.
ito rin yun kasi.
Sige,
So, parang imbis na na-address natin yung gano'n,
Yeah.
lalo natin pinapalalim yung, yung konsepto na gano'n, lalo na sa mga bata. So, hindi ba dapat na straightforward yung ating paggamit ng mga salita para i-describe i-describe yung ating mga gustong i-mensahe.
Perpetuating the stigma, no?
Yes.
Sa sexual organs. Okay. Sige, meron ng mga critic, no? Ano naman yung nakikita niyong good about this poster? Si ma'am from table 2. Di ba? Okay.
Ako naman ma'am, as far as gender responsiveness nitong messages na to, tayo sa kultura natin when it comes to
Yes.
lagi nilang babae na liberation, lagi nilang babae. So ito naman, lalaki naman, but
Para hindi po may
Mukhang masaya ba yung babae?
May recognition siya, no, na for the longest time,
nakangiti nga siya
the onus or the burden of birth control is always on the women. So this
Nakangiti nga
campaign
siya.
tries to address that. But at the same time, I validate din yung sabi ni Sir, di ba? Yung we can push this pa by actually talking about sexuality in a straightforward manner that will not develop taboo, di ba? Taboo kasi pag-usapan sa society natin. I think si Diego, sabi something ba? Tinagalog ko siya kanina.
Sorry, I don't speak the language, so the only thing I can comment on is on the image. And the good thing that I see about the image is you have men and women portrayed in the same manner. No one is actually different. They're the same size. They dress like business casual, if you like. And the man is good thing I see about this poster is he's playing with children. He's expressing emotions. Playing with children is something that is usually left only for women to do. So in that case, I see a good element of this poster. I'm now learning the other side of the information, which is what it's printed there. And I also see, I presume from the picture that both of them work, but still he has time to play with the children. I don't know if that contributes to the conversation.
Definitely. Pero we can also push pa. Kasi based din sa studies, parang when men are depicted in doing or contributing to care work or taking care of the children, always in the context of play. So parang always the fun sides of doing care work. So siguro we could also push this, yung sila naman yung mga naglilinis, cleaning the house, no? Yung talagang mga ang tawag nito, not so good. Yung hindi masyadong masayang ginagawa. So that's one way of pushing this to be more gender responsive. Alright, so this next photo, what good things can you see or what are the rooms for improvement? So this is a campaign against the proliferation of sensitive sexual photos. No? May tawag na private private photos that are distributed online, specifically marami ito sa young women, without their consent. So yun yung operative word, without their consent. Yung mga leaks, so yun. So what is the good thing in this material and what could be improved? Or any reflection? Sige, table 11, 14, and wala ko ba siya? 9. Any from those table? Reflections. I think the table, hindi ko sorry, si Ma'am. May number yun. Number 4.
I think ma'am, this image stereotypes women as sole victims of online sexual exploitation. Do you agree with that? Reflection.
So, parang this, okay, soul victims. Okay, sige. Ibang
Ayun, no?
reflection. What
Uy.
gave you that impression, ma'am?
Ay, nagsalita oh. Number 4.
Kasi babae yung pinipicture.
Yan.
Okay, sige. Online sexual abuse.
Ano naman? Table number 1.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other comments? Si ma'am from table 6.
Yes. Yan.
Hello. If you look at the photo, it actually says that despite saying no, I mean the person is still pressing the video or the recording, right? So if I'm the one who's been doing this communication, I would rather have a woman approving, for example, approving or giving consent in a video, because parang this is actually what's wrong. This is basically what's wrong. And ito yung promote natin. And the text doesn't actually make it clear na parang, okay, katawan ko, pasya ko, kahit sa video editado. Pero if you see the image itself, it's actually defying the contention of the woman. So I think it could be so much better, with all due respect to those who created that. Thank you.
Oh, so what you're saying is parang may disconnect, no? Dun sa claim na katawan ko, pasya ko, and then dun sa visual na, okay, nag-stop siya, nag-no siya, pero pipidutin pa rin yung recording without her consent. Okay, so nakita na natin what could be improved in the photo. So what is the good thing about this photo naman? Si ma'am from table something. Naka-raise na, hindi ko makita eh.
Hello po. Ang good thing na nakikita ko po dito in this social card is yung caption. Kasi actually empowering yung caption saying nakatawan ko, pasya ko, because it affirms yung authority ng tao na okay, ano po siya, very empowering po siya sa tingin ko po. Pero ayun nga po, as the one from table 6 said, may disconnect po siya with the one in the picture. Kasi po, yun nga po, yung parang nagde-defy po siya, yung tuloy pa rin siya nire-record. Pero yung caption writing po in this photo is very empowering po. So, yun po yung sa tingin ko. Thank you po.
Thank you. And then si GP from number 1. I love it.
I think po na maganda yung idea and caption ng photo na to kasi it somehow promotes the anti-photo and voyeurism act. Kasi it also states na katawan ko, pasya ko, kahit nasa video o litrato. So it somehow states na even though na binidyohan siya, even though na may pictures, may leaks, it doesn't mean na it's allowed to be shared to anyone. Kumbaga, it may be videoed or pictured, but only to that person lang. Kumbaga, it's their private conversation, only meant for the two of them and not to be spread to anyone. So parang, for example, the picture here, na kahit na binidyoan siya or pinicturean siya, naka-say no pa rin siya. So, she's signifying na it's not meant to be spread, but only to be seen by their private eyes. So, yun lang.
Thank you. So, ano to, no? Sige, merong last dun sa likod. Sige, last. Then we proceed to the next photo. Siguro we have room for 2 more photos or materials.
Good afternoon po. We are from One Movement. And under sa vlogger namin kay Zendanga.
Special mention.
This is my own opinion po. Nung katawan mo, pasya ko. Kumbaga, ano man ang gagawin mo sa sarili ko, magpakasama man ako, maging mapariwara man ako, wala akong pakialam dahil desisyon ko ito sa buhay ko, gagawin ko ang gusto ko. Pero dapat, isa-isip natin na in everything you do, there is a consequence. So, tandaan natin na katulad ng sinabi ni Jesus doon sa prostitute, diba? Sabi niya, go and sin no more, or else something worse may happen to you. So, huwag natin kakalimutan na pag gumawa tayo ng mali na hindi kalugod-lugod sa Panginoon, pagbabayaran natin yun. Kasi God is above all laws. Kaya dapat maging obedient tayo kay Lord. Si Lord pa rin ang maging center ng ating buhay dapat. You know?
Sige po. Okay. Alright. May gusto bang mag-add? Last na yan. Sige. Affirming din yung sinabi din sa table 1. No? Parang this photo, yung katawan ko, pasya ko, recognizes yung human right of women to bodily autonomy, that they have a right over their body. And if you share yung photos or videos nila that they take privately, not for others to see, walang consent nila, then this is a violation of human rights. So this is an affirmation of that right. Kasi usually, when we see these kinds of when we tackle yung mga private, yung mga leaks ng private photos, always in the same manner na yung GBV, may subtle victim blaming, di ba? Victim blaming, ba't ka nag-photo? So, sino yung may kasalanan? Yung babae ba na nagpo-photo lang naman o yung nagkalat? Di ba? So, always the victim, the blaming is always put on the women. And this communication material addresses that inequality in society. Yung control over women's sexuality over their body. Pero at the same time, maganda rin yung mga nakita ng things to improve. No? Like yung disconnect between the audio and the video. Kasi nag-no na nga siya. Tapos hindi pa sinunod yung kagustuhan ng kababaihan na nandito sa picture. Pati yung diverse, no? Yung parang iba-ibang uri ng online sexual violence na nararanasan. Alright, so moving forward, ito. Pero parang similar. Skip na natin. Kasi parang similar na sa Santol. Hindi na siya ganun kahirap. Alright. Ito, madali lang din. This is from DepEd. Lahat ng bata ay pantay-pantay. So what's good about this photo and what's something that you can improve? Table 9, lagi ko ba kayo natatawag? 13, 9, 13, and maybe number 3. Meron.
Sorry ako ulit. So, yung nakikita ko pong positive dito is yung representation po ng children na present po in this social card po. Nakikita natin children of different ages kasi may ibang maliit, may ibang may iba from of different colors, ikita din na from different religions kasi may hijabi po tayo child na nandito. So, yun po yung nakita ko pong positive dito na it actually promotes equality as said in the message kasi kita na sama-sama sila together magkakaakbay. Tapos yung diversity po ng mga nasa image po. So, yun po yung positive thing. Thank you po.
Thank you. Yun, in diversity, no, not only in gender but in other social identities, yung religious identities ng mga bata dito. Sige, meron pang sige. What is good and what could improve? Reflection.
Yes, I affirmed the earlier manifestation na maganda naman po that there is a representation of children. But I think this would be further improved by including a child with disability for it to become more inclusive.
Correct. I affirm. Someone with disability, no, a children with disability. Meron pa, may gusto pang idagdag? Si Ma'am yata may gusto idagdag. Ay na rin, champions tayo dito ng disability. I concur, no, yung sa disability aspect niya, medyo kulang. Tayo, but overall, good. Sige. Siguro last na to, yung next. Sige, ito. Anxiety disorder. This is from DOH, Healthy Filipinas. What's good about this communication material? How is it, bakit siya naging gender responsive? And how can this be improved?
Number 6.
Any reflection from table 7?
Number 6.
Nagulat yung table 7 bigla. Reflection lang, ma'am.
I-improve siguro po sa picture by including a picture of a woman.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi po nangungulugan na lalaki lang ang may anxiety disorder. So we should also include women for purposes of equality to make the picture gender sensitive or responsive.
Thank you, ma'am. Si ma'am from table 6 and then another one from table
Special.
30.
Kakataon mo na.
Hello. I beg to differ with Pam because actually anxiety in our society is almost equivalent as a weakness, and it's not really something men are really proud to say. So I think that the poster is gender sensitive in a sense that it actually says to men that it is okay and anxiety disorder is normal within them. And then these are the signs and symptoms. I think that this poster is actually meant to tell them that these are the symptoms of the anxiety disorder and these are the numbers that we should call. Thank you.
Thank you. I think both valid naman the answers. For si ma'am, sana may iba pang gender identity. Pero valid din yung sinabi mo. Siguro isa ito sa mga parang one of the most challenging to think of the context of the gender issue. Kasi pwedeng outside of the communication material na siya. For example, for this photo, tama yung analysis ni ma'am na in our society, men find it hard or difficult to just say that they are experiencing mental health issues, di ba? And yun nga, yung pagka-question ng anxiety as a sign of weakness. So this material foregrounds yung realities naman ng mga kalalakihan na meron silang mental health issues. And it's not women, diba, who are quote-unquote too emotional, di ba? Yan din yung mga gender stereotype when it comes. And it's not a bad thing, di ba? Being emotional is not a bad thing. Actually, it's a healthy thing to be, to feel, to have emotions. Si Sir, last na si Sir before we proceed to the,
Hello,
to the
my name
exercise.
is Berno from just to give context on it, kasi si QH currently have two communication arms, which is we have Promotions Bureau and the Communication Office under the Office of the Secretary. So currently, the Health Promotion Bureau is lodged po to do the promotions po when it comes to yun, other companies need wage. Then si Communication Office naman po, mostly handles the reputational management and crisis comms ni DOH. Just to context po, not to be biased, yung promotions naman po na ni-release ni HPD ay actually, parang they have, parang siyang focus sets. So they have different panels. So meron pong girls na, or women na part din po nung context or ng social media advocacy. Baka nakuha lang po yung isang SMC. Pero meron naman po. Usually naman po when it comes to the advocacy campaigns, may mga speaking from the creative and the branding team, as much as we wanted to, cater all parang gender sensitivity or gender or God-related initiatives, may mga times din specifically for mga times, mga campaigns to women, to men. So we trying our best effort to thank you very much. Just to the correct context.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. But actually, this is a good example. Siyempre, lahat, di ba, as I said to you earlier, we can always push more. Pero I would consider this a good example and an example of gender-responsive communication na may gender analysis when it comes to mental health. Diba? And of course, yung overall stereotyping when it comes to yung psychosocial condition ng ating mga kalalakihan. Okay, so wala na tayong time. Marami pa sana akong examples, but we have to proceed with the breakout exercise for this afternoon. So, pwede ba natin i-flash? Ay, we have a break. Ay, don't have
Exercise mo na. Icebreaker. Wait. Zoom ba na?
Alright.
Gagawa kasi
Exercise.
Ren, okay lang maging
So, ang mangyayari dito, you will be grouped into 6
dati friends ko sila kasi Lenny.
taga-anim. So, someone from the physical team will
Do you see the resemblance, ma'am?
tell us kung ano yung magiging group. Yung kaninang mga pinakita ko sa inyo ng material na problematic will be assigned to a group. For example, I will